Hey everybody, I'm Jordan. I'm an occupational therapy student at Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee.
And I'm Bill Satcher. I'm a professional guitar player here in Nashville, Tennessee.
We're here to show you today a few exercises related to Parkinson's disorder in order to maintain and promote movement related to guitar playing.
And none of these exercises should be painful. So let's go through them.
Okay, so to get started here, we're going to do a couple of dynamic stretches, and these are stretches you can do either sitting down or standing up, and you're going to do them before you even pick up a guitar. First, starting out, what I want you to do is hold your hands out in front of you, and now just let them drop. Real loosey-goosey like that. Just let them go down, and then you're going to do about 20 reps of that. So you do that, keep going, and let's say, okay, now I've done 20 reps. That would be it with that one. The next one is you're going to kind of have your hands out in front, and if you can see the way I'm bending my hand right here, I'm going to bend it this way, like kind of along that crease where my thumb is at. So I do that 20 times. Okay, then once I hit 20 on that, I'm going to put my finger right there, bend along that crease. And then you do that with both hands. You can do these either like facing in or facing out. And it might be a little better to face in just because that's going to be the way, especially with the left hand, that's going to be the way you're holding a guitar. So if you do it like that, that could get you more used to that motion.
Another dynamic stretch you can do to warm up for playing the guitar is to open and close your hands. You can start here with your elbows close. You can turn your palms up to the sky and reach up, or you can keep your arms wide and go through this several times. But make sure to keep your fingers wide while you're doing all these stretches.
All right, so the next stretch that we're gonna do is called finger flicking. So basically what I want you to do, put your hand like this, kind of thumb on the outside of your fingertips. Now you're gonna act like you're flicking water off your hands, just like that. And do about 20 reps there. Okay, and remember you should stay loose the entire time. Don't tense up. So all the stretches that we've done so far have been small movements that just deal with your hands. This next one is going to be a bigger movement that is going to be very facilitative towards Parkinson's disease specifically. So this stretch starts out, you're going to have your hands back here, and then you're just going to act like you're pushing something off of you. Just like that. So hands back, kind of like even with your chest, and then arms straight out in front of you. And now we're going to move on to the next exercise. This one's a little bit different. First, I want you to make an okay sign with your hands like that. All right. Now you want to make sure that your fingertip with your index finger is touching the tip of your thumb, just like that. Now you want to kind of keep like a circular shape with your fingers. You don't want it flat. You don't want to touch like flat on your fingertips. So make sure that kind of you keep a nice little circle right there. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to go, so you're already touching with your index. So then you're going to go middle finger, ring, pinky, index, middle finger, ring, pinky. And you can keep doing that. You can also do it backwards. So if you're starting with pinky, you can go pinky, ring, middle, index. You can also do this at different patterns. So if you're going like that, that's also beneficial. And this is specifically beneficial for your fretting hand because it gets your fingers used to moving in different patterns. So we have one more dynamic stretching warm up to show you. This one, you're gonna make a thumbs up like that. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna just do circles with your thumbs through the full range of motion. So you should feel a decent stretch. It shouldn't feel painful or anything, and you should still feel loose, but you wanna kind of move it through that entire range of motion. If you look at my thumb this way, that's the direction that it's going. It should be noted that if you have arthritis or anything like that, you wanna kind of move it in a smaller range of motion, just anything that feels comfortable, but this shouldn't feel uncomfortable at all. It should feel like a good stretch. In this video, we're gonna go over a couple different exercises related to strength, endurance, and coordination with guitar playing. First one that we're gonna start out on is I want you to make a puppet. So put your fingers like that, you bend at these knuckles back here, and then you put your thumb right under that. Now you're gonna hold this for 5 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can go back, and then you do it again. And you can hold it for however long you want to, as long as it feels comfortable and you're not hurting. If you're hurting, you need to stop. But you can hold that. You can also add a little bit of resistance to it. One of the best ways to do that with this stretch specifically is to have a sponge. You grab on the outside and then you try to make a puppet like that, and then you hold it again for however long you need. So you can see like how the sponge is bending right there. That's how you need to do it. For this exercise, we're gonna work on strengthening the intrinsic muscles of the hand. So you're gonna have a rubber band. I have a hair tie that you can work with either. So what we're gonna do is put it on the outside of your fingers, so the outside of the pinky and the index. And what you're gonna do is keep your fingers together and then spread them apart like that. And you can do however many reps you want to of this, again, as long as it doesn't hurt and it doesn't feel uncomfortable. So keep doing that and kind of spreading your fingers apart, and you should feel a good resistance there. It should be noted that if you do feel too much resistance and you don't feel like you can do it, try to get a lower tension rubber band or something like that just to make it a little bit easier. Okay, so now we're going to start with exercises that you can use with the guitar in hand, starting with just your right hand. So don't focus on the left hand, take it completely off the guitar right now. You're just going to focus on your picking hand. So what we're going to do is a down up on each string. So just one, moving all the way from the low to the high string. And then you can also move back down if you want. Just like that. Just to kind of get the coordination there. And if you want, you can also do this with a metronome, but for now, like, just focus on doing this just as a coordination exercise, just like that. And if you also want to make this a little more of a challenge and a little more musical, you can add a metronome behind it, and just like that. And so then you just do the same thing, down up on each string. So next we're going to do another alternate picking pattern. This one's a little more complex, just to work on getting that coordination back. So starting with this one, we're going to do, so it's going to be a down, up, down on the high E string. And then you're going to move down, up on the B. And you're just going to keep that pattern going. So it should look like. The entire way through. Okay, just to describe this a little bit more in detail, so we're going to be starting on the high E string, and this is going to be the pattern that you're going to use throughout. It's going to be a triplet pattern. It should start on down, up, 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 ending on the low E. We're going to do another strengthening exercise. This can also be used as a pressure exercise, because one of the most important things with guitar playing, especially with the fretting hand, is that you know exactly how much pressure to put on the string without putting too much. So starting out, we're going to make an OK sign, again with our hand, and you want the tip of your index finger to be touching the tip of your thumb with a good circle in between. And you want to put just the right amount of pressure, I would say a moderate amount, and you want to hold that for like 3 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to move to your middle finger touching your thumb, 1, 2, 3, ring finger, 1, 2, 3, pinky finger, 1, 2, 3. And you can repeat that however long you need.
One last exercise you can do is just with your left hand only. Practice fretting your chords and releasing, to kind of keep that dexterity up. You can focus on just the same chord if you'd like, or you can practice going between 2 different chords. So I'd like to start with an E major, for an example. And you want to keep your thumb in place so you're not releasing the tension on the neck, but don't squeeze too hard. You just want that nice moderate amount of pressure applied. But here's how you would do an exercise like this. Start with just your E major position, and then release your hand like that. Kind of keep your, all 4 fingers out, and then find the chord again. Just really slow, however fast or slow you'd like to do it. And if you feel comfortable doing that, just to get warmed up, you can throw in another chord. So you could say, throw in a C major. So you'd start with E major. And again, not having to worry about your right hand at all. You can just focus on your left hand movement. You can find your E major and then move to your C. Release, find your E major again. Release, find a C. And that might just help you mix it up.
So we hope all these exercises have been useful to anyone that has Parkinson's disease that wishes to continue playing the guitar.
Thanks for rocking with us.